Boy, oh, ooh, boy. Marvel, Disney. Y'all haven't fucked up then, boy. Y'all damn sure fucked up now. In this video, I ain't playing no games with y'all this time. Fuck that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, No Name. Thank y'all for hopping on this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends, family, homegirls, and homeboys. And get fucking with the content. Now, let's get straight into it. I find it kind of interesting. If y'all haven't watched my previous video, and I'm gonna tag the video into this one on this YouTube, where y'all see me breaking down the shows and the movies where it is so not needed in the MCU, where they could have had just focused on this project and that project. Stop focusing on the quantity and just focus on the quality. The fans of the MCU would be highly satisfied, and I feel like it would be back in its original presence where it was before. What If series was pretty good. Echo. All right. Who in the fuck in the Marvel Studios that sat down and said, hey, we really fucking with Echo. Echo don't get enough credit. Y'all should let Echo have a show. I'm telling you, people on the streets talking about Echo. Who in the fuck in their right mind want to sit down and watch some shit about some Echo? Y'all just saying that because we got a show about a blind man coming up. Let's shout out to the deaf people. No disrespect to the deaf people, even though y'all may not be able to hear this, but nobody ain't talking about no fucking Echo. If you want this shit falling on deaf ears, for real. Let me stop talking about deaf people. All I'm trying to say is Echo is a waste of a fucking budget. All right. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the cancellation of Wonder Man season 2. And then we're going to say the best for last. Mahershala Ali finally steps down and said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. All right. And this was all in one day yesterday. All in one day. Well, I think Wonder Man news came the day before the Spider-Man movie. And then we got hit with another news that Mahershala Ali calls it quits. So it has been a rough couple of days for me. And I'm pretty sure it's been a rough couple of days for us Marvel fans as well, too. Even though the Spider-Man movie came out, and I just did a review on that. Make sure y'all check out that video as well, too, where I did like a breakdown about it. But even though in the meantime, we still got some problems that we got to figure out. Where's Disney and Kevin Feige like, okay, what y'all gonna do? So please check out 2 of those videos if y'all want to. I feel like, as best as y'all do, because I just talked about this problem of what we got going on. Just talked about this. And now we receive news about this, about Wonder Man just get canceled. And I found this news out by the main actor, Yahya Abdul-Mateen. He posted on his social media about Disney canceling the season 2. The streamer has canceled the series despite picking up a second season in March. The unrenewal means that Wonder Man, starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Ben Kingsley, will follow the path of most other live-action Marvel series on Disney Plus and being one and done either by design or via cancellation. Wonder Man had a solid opening for Disney Plus, drawing 618 million minutes of viewing time for its premiere week in late January, according to Nielsen's streaming ratings. It fell out of the top 10 original streaming shows after that. However, the show also drew strong scores from both critics and viewers. Abdul-Mateen was nominated for an Emmy for playing the title role. All right, y'all. I may be wrong, but we haven't had anybody nominated for an Emmy out of any Marvel series until this one. Okay? So, if there's more, let's see. And with Wonder Man's cancellation, Loki and Daredevil Born Again remain the only 2 live-action Marvel series on Disney Plus that has run for more than one single season. So WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and the upcoming Vision Quest are connected to one another. Several animated shows like What If, X-Men also have multiple seasons. Co-creator Destin Daniel Cretton. I said this dude name completely wrong in the Spider-Man Brand New Day review. Please forgive me for that. I was called this boy Daniel Day Crinton. And Andrew Guest will also set to return for the second season. They continue to produce Wonder Man with Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige, Louis De Espinito, Jonathan Schwartz, and whatever. Head of Marvel Television and Marvel Animation Guest was the showrunner, and Cretton directed several episodes. All right, I've seen enough. Ladies and gentlemen, only way I can see this happen is that let's cancel season 2 and let's just accrue Wonder Man and future projects coming up. Because at the end of Wonder Man season 1, apparently him and Bing Keasley's character had went somewhere. And Wonder Man is not just some whatever character. Like, this dude is uber powerful. Okay, he could play a vital role into whatever Avengers movie that they're gonna have him in. Okay, now I can see why they canceled it for that reason. And then the other reason, yeah, I don't see any other reason. I don't see any other reason why they would cancel it. I really don't, because if you if you're planning on doing a second season, and you're doing the second season of the show because this show was amazing. It really was. Of all the shows to ever come out through Disney Plus, you got to give it to Daredevil, Born Again. You got to give it to Loki, and you got to give it to Wonder Man. Then WandaVision after that. Okay. Um, this was pissing me off, and this is what I was saying in the previous Spider-Man YouTube video that I did. Is where you are doing so much creating more plot holes now that it's not making any sense. Only thing that I can hope for is that somewhere along the line of the MCU is that y'all gonna make sense of why we have Wonder Man and what happens to him. What makes me pissed off and nervous about it is that we're running out of time. We don't have anything else next year besides Secret Wars. Because right now we got Spider-Man, and then months later we have Doomsday. Now, I did see somewhere, maybe if I click on this notification I got from Google about uh let's see, let me pull up this article. Maybe this will explain what's going on. Cause they just dropped like a news notification on my phone yesterday that it's reported that 32 Pacific characters making up the primary assemble, often conflated with the 33 launch roster of the tie-in video with the game Marvel Rivals. The majority of characters are officially announced to appear in the movie. So apparently there's a lot of characters are going to be shown in either Doomsday or Secret Wars. I don't see Wonder Man popping up in Doomsday. I don't. Uh, maybe because it's a lot that's going to be going on, especially with Secret Wars happening. Okay, in Secret Wars, everybody going against everybody. All right, and then it's going to come down to the point where we gonna have to team up go against Doctor Doom. Everybody not going to make it. Now, if you're canceling because they canceling it I heard yesterday they're canceling everything else so they can focus on more on the Avengers movie, the Secret Wars. Okay. Now that I can understand that because you want the quality, you want the quality to be good. Okay. But what pisses me off is that if you realize y'all have so much to do, then don't hype us up for a season two. You know, don't waste this fantastic actor's time. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, this motherfucker is fantastic, and that's why he's Emmy nominated because this motherfucker know how to act. Okay, so a lot of us are not happy about it, but I still got more to talk about into what I'm gonna end it with. So this is part one. Let's move on to the next subject. Okay. So we already bummed out that Wonder Man is gone. Wonder Man season 2 is gone. Don't know what they're gonna do. All I can hope is hope for the best that they do right by this character besides just have him disappear and act like we forgot about him and whatever. I'd be highly pissed off if Kevin Feige were to do that to this character. To have an Emmy nominated show, Emmy nominated actor in the show, but y'all just gonna just drop him off like a bag of potatoes and just leave us hanging like that. That's very unprofessional. And it gets even more unprofessional, in my opinion, of what Kevin Feige and Disney is doing. So, got another article. Let me share. Let me set it up. Okay. All right. Mahershala Ali just dropped a bomb yesterday. Mahershala Ali confirms he's not doing Marvel's Blade. They didn't want to do it. The Oscar winner confirmed he's not going to star in Blade's reboot. It's just the studio didn't want to move forward. If they wanted to do it, we would have done it. Point blank, period. It's nothing new. It's nothing more and nothing less out of that. Okay. Ali's comments were partly in response to being asked about Marvel Studio boss Kevin Feige telling the Happy Sad Confused podcast that he was distressed about the company's inability to get the project going. Kevin Feige said, "I'm feeling like a gigantic loser. The failure that we didn't get off the ground with Mahershala," the executive said. The move comes on the heels of another Marvel project being scrapped as Disney Plus canceled Wonder Man this week. The Freshman series starred Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who received an Emmy nomination for his role. The cancellation shocked fans as Disney previously announced the show was renewed for a second season. Marvel originally announced a Blade movie starring Ali at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019. The company brought aboard Bassem Tariq to direct, but he left the film in 2022, reported over creative differences just 2 months before the project was to begin shooting. Ali and Tariq now have a team for a different project, Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother. I saw the trailer of that. That trailer pretty dope. Tariq tells GQ that Ali actually trained to play Blade during pre-production. Mahershala is an athlete. I saw the way he used a sword on Blade. The director said the first time he was doing sword practice on Blade, the stuff coming back was incredible. As a former athlete, I'm dreaming of doing my own stunts. Ali added, "I was very excited to do stunts in Blade and trained for a long time for that." So it was huge relief to get put the work to use in Your Mother, Your Mother. When I look at this in Blade, I couldn't have done both. And the reason this even exists is because that project fell apart and Bassem had the time, space, and energy and focus to go and write this and then reapproach me. And I was able to use those skills that I've been working on over over a year training for Blade. And that way, I feel creatively redeemed on some level. At the Boston left, Blade, Lovecraft Country, Helmer, Jan, I don't know how you say that name, forgive me, took over. And likewise left the project. If y'all don't know Lovecraft Country by now, that was starred in with Jonathan Majors and other people part of the project. Yo, top fucking tier. Lovecraft Country is the best series on HBO Max. But they canceled season 2 with that as well too. Ali's Blade did have a voice cameo in post-credit scenes in 2021's Eternals. Yeah, in 2024's Deadpool and Wolverine, Marvel brought back the original Blade franchise star Wesley Snipes to reprise the character during the extended cameo series. Ali previously won Best Supporting Actor Oscars for Moonlight 2016 and Green Book. Anyway, I'm not gonna read more into this. Just go check out Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother trailer, and it looks fucking amazing. I'm actually gonna go see it, and I'm not gonna stay too more into this, but this is shit I was saying in my previous YouTube video of all the time and shows wasted in the Marvel Universe, the MCU, like making Echo, Agatha all along. I will repeat it over and over again. There was no point in making Agatha all alone. If I get it that it's a part 2 out of WandaVision and everything, but nobody don't really give a fuck about Agatha the Harkness. I'm sorry. It Now the women that was in Agatha all along, they were fantastic. They were great. I love the women that was in there, and I got nothing against women shows. I'm not saying that. Okay. I wanted to be clear. This has nothing to being because it's a woman's show or anything. It's just that Agatha all along and the funding for that could have been saved for something else. That could have been that could have just waited. Because honestly, it would have been more interesting if we went to WandaVision straight to Vision Quest. Now that right there makes a lot more sense because we're trying to find out, hey Coco, because we're trying to find out what's the white Vision doing. Because we already lost the original Vision. Now we got the white version. Well, the white version is actually the original, but the one that was created by Wanda, like he's gone out of the show. Now we got the white Vision trying to figure out like where does he belong, you know? And it's crazy that we got all these shows and movies happening where the Vision is floating amok in the MCU doing God knows what. All right. So, and I talked about Echo. All right. Mahershala Ali is right. And that's exactly the same way how I feel. They got the money for it. If they wanted to make it, they would have made it by now. Because you cannot sit here and tell me that nobody wasn't hyped when we had Blade introduced in 2019. Now we in 2026, and y'all wasting y'all time all over these fucking shows and movies. And Blade is not your main priority at all. And I get it. Kevin Feige couldn't really control a lot what was going on because we're talking about at this time where Disney wanted so much to come out. Like they just want to show at show, to gain that streamer revenue. And it's so much for Kevin Feige to keep up with. He can't keep up with the whole thing. He can only focus on so much. So it's not really completely his fault. you know? And like I said, the writer strike was going on as well too. So let's not forget about the writer strike. Writer strike was like in 2021, and everybody had their own differences. They weren't paying the writers money and shit. So there's a lot that they had to battle, you know? But my problem is, if y'all was willing to drop these bullshit shows and movies like Thor, Love and Thunder, Agatha, Echo, Secret Invasions is a complete letdown. But it's not more. It's not. It's definitely a letdown. It's a big letdown because Secret Invasion is based on a famous comic book about the scrolls and all that shit. Honestly, we could have waited for that. That should have just not been a show. Y'all really just throwing money away for bullshit projects. Um, and I guess Wesley Snipes was right in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Like, there's only gonna be one Blade. And Deadpool looked at the screen. That means Ryan Reynolds. That means Ryan Reynolds being the fourth wall breaking character Deadpool that he is, probably in the movie. He was letting us know, like, hey y'all, this Blade movie ain't coming out. They worry about other things. Cause I saw the list, I saw the projects. Blade ain't coming out no time soon. They put that shit on the back burner. And like I said, I could go on and on, man. I really can, because I'm trying to think about the other shit that came out with it. Now the what if Marvel series is pretty cool, but and the X-Men 97, that's a really good ass series. That was pretty dope and stuff. I just know that there's so many other things they could have just done, and we would have got the Blade up and running. If okay, I get that we having creative differences, you know, and the creative differences that was messing up the production of Marvel is that it wasn't really gonna be action based. Like, we're doing all this bullshit, and then we gonna pass Blade off to the daughter. Look, we don't give the fuck about Blade's daughter right now. No disrespect to her or anything that Blade passed on, son, daughter. We don't give a fuck. Leave that shit alone. Let's just focus on Blade right now, please. Don't give us a Blade. We only have him like 5 minutes. That's a waste of our fucking time. I'm trying to see the main Blade part of some, at least a spinoff or a team up. We waiting on Midnight Suns, but now the Midnight Suns ain't gonna happen. And I'm gonna be completely even twice as pissed off that y'all go y'all go full production with Ghost Rider and that get dropped, but y'all couldn't do that with Blade. That's gonna, like I said, I know what it's like to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. You're dedicated to the team. I'm dedicated to Marvel, but your team is taking L after L. I get it, and this feeling sucks. It really does. And now it seems like, let me split this. Cause now y'all getting in the situation. Y'all going into dark territory. I don't want to call it, but this is what the fans are saying. It seems like we're going into destroying black superheroes territory. Like Disney, y'all going to a dark place where y'all don't want to ruin for the black fans, because we got season 2 Wonder Man canceled. All right, Black leading that. 2 Blade is gone because y'all continue to focus on other bullshit and stuff. 3, and last but not least, I think it's some other stuff that I'm missing out on. But yeah, 3, King the Conqueror, leading by a black actor, Jonathan Majors. He gone. Well, from what it looks. Hopefully I'm wrong. They might bring Jonathan Majors back in Doomsday. I mean, you can't just completely retcon like a super villain that's supposed to be the next big bad. And then y'all just go ahead and throw in Dr. Doom in front of our face and we just gonna act like Kane ain't never happened, you know? But honestly, I feel like they still could have made that work. But I'm gonna play this video, all right? I'm gonna play this video by Higher Learning. I'm gonna let him explain on why they not letting Jonathan Majors come back. Sure. And I find it kind of interesting. I agree. So I'm gonna let him explain real quick about the Jonathan Majors situation on him dealing with Marvel and Disney.
Belief from a lot of people that Jonathan Majors is being held accountable by the industry. That's actually not what's happening. Jonathan Majors is being punished by the industry, and those are two different things. Jonathan Majors was set to be Kane the Conqueror, and the fact that Jonathan Majors is not Kane the Conqueror cost a lot of money. Marvel had to scrap parts. Disney, this is the biggest show in town, had to scrap parts of movies that were already shot, change things up. They then had to go get Robert Downey Jr., which cost them upwards of $100 million just for that one movie. So the decision to completely change from the saga that they were going into, partly spurred on by Jonathan Majors' legal problems and his falling status in society, means that they had to literally commit hundreds of millions of dollars to a new plan. What happens when something like that goes on is that the town decides, because of the bean counters in the town, that they're going to punish the person that levied that tax on them. So it's not just going to be Jonathan Majors trying to be a better man and then being reaccepted back into this industry that he put so much into. That's not going to happen. What he's going to have to do is pay a penalty to the people whose money he fucked up. That's the way they look at it. So some of this, it has nothing to do with whether or not what Jonathan Majors did was as drastic and terrible as what they said it was. Some of this doesn't have anything to do with whether or not Jonathan Majors has found peace, has seen the error of his ways, and wants to go on and be a fantastic man, a fantastic creative, and a person that makes opportunities for other people in this industry. Part of this is simply the people that had money riding on him, mad that money didn't go the way that it was supposed to go, and the people that also want to work with those people in rooms and places where people talk that we're not in rooms and places where people make decisions that we're not in, that group of people deciding this guy made a mistake that is too significant. We're not fucking with him. And however long that lasts is the penalty, the punishment that he will have to pay. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask the question. The question is, do they punish their people like that? The answer is they don't. I think there's a...
Nope. They sure fucking don't. It's been seen throughout multiple situations of actors behaving in a certain way and doing certain things where they still continue to play their role despite their past or current events that they're doing. You know? And I understand that it's a business and money is involved. But I really think that this is costing more than just money. It's really causing the fan base to see everybody in a certain way. Like I said, I don't blame, I understand they want to get rid of Jonathan Majors because the money got fucked up, you know, and image, I guess, in a way, right? But when you think about it, you're costing yourself more money when you have to pay Robert Downey Jr. and everything to come back. And then cutting these projects and all this shit that you invested in. I mean, it's not like they haven't switched actors in certain roles before. Like, William Hurt was General Ross. All right, he passed away. Okay, but we switched him with what's that dude who plays Indiana Jones? Damn, what's his name? Damn, get me off that name. What is I am? What's his name? Dude. Oh, there you go. Harrison Ford. I'm about to call him Bill Russell or something. But yeah, so they swapped him out. Even though, like, yes, he's dead, but you know how we do, like, the show to Marvel, like, you know, like, hey, like, he's dead, but we gonna kill him off in the MCU or something like that. Like, no, y'all will swap an actor out just to keep the character going for the leader of the MCU. Y'all could have just done that with Jonathan Majors and save y'all money and saved us all this worry and confusion, like where y'all gonna go with Dr. Doom just throwing Robert Downey Jr. in there, and then Robert Downey Jr. died as Iron Man. And then if they show his face as, if Robert Downey Jr. show his face as Dr. Doom, I'm without any explanation, and they better have a good ass explanation, I'm gonna be pissed off. I really am. Like, there's a comic book where Tony Stark get body swapped by Victor Von Doom in the comic books. Now, if they did that, that makes sense. But if not, and so another prime example though, and Warner Brothers did this, and they screwed themselves off bad. Where they had this boy playing as the Flash. I know he considers himself as them and they, but this boy right here is such a complete asshole. I'm not even gonna allow him to have that. You know, the boy who played as the Flash in the DC movies and stuff, he's attacking people. He attacking people in bars. He going to people hotels, breaking into their hotels, causing ruckus and all kinds of shit. Choked the lady out on set, all kind of shit. Went to jail. He had a cult too. He had like a little cult at home. Uh, Apparently he had this young girl held hostage or something like that, and then they're saying that like he was grooming the young girl and all kind of shit. It was all kinds of fucked up. But guess what? Besides dropping the actor from the movie or canceling the movie, they went all out. They're like, we gonna keep it going. Like there's people in industries have done worse things. And if you watch the video of Jonathan Majors dealing with the girl in the New York situation and stuff, that boy was defending himself. He ain't lay his hands on her. He ain't smacked her. He just, look, I'm gonna get off of me. I'm pushing you away and I'm taking the fuck off. Jonathan Majors had all these things that was like rooting for him. The driver was like, nah, he didn't touch her, he didn't swing her. She just started hitting him and he just tried to get out the car. He ran off, he ran away. And then he was taking pictures with other fans and all that kind of stuff where he felt good, he felt protected, you know. And then he disappeared. He left her alone. This girl went out to the club, got drunk, she hurt herself. Then Jonathan Majors saw her drunk. He called 911 and like, hey, y'all come get her. She hurt. I don't know what happened. And then you got the police officer telling the girl, like, did he hurt you? To say that he hurt you. And she said, yeah, he hurt me. And then now we got this. Now we're in this situation. We're in this bullshit right now. You know? And now we just lost like a dope ass feeling of what could have been. You know, now we're in the point of no return of losing Jonathan Majors. But then I really, like I said, Ironheart. I know is a show, you know, black actor and everything, but honestly, like Ironheart didn't really need its own show. I think Ironheart could have been just like added into Armor Wars, which was supposed to be led by Rhodey, you know, War Machine. Like seeing like what's supposed to be going on, like with Tony Stark tech, his other Iron Man that been left behind, and make sure it doesn't go into the wrong hands, all that kind of bullshit. But they canceled that show and thrown in some bunch of other bullshit, you know? Like saying this is what I'm saying. It's like if Kevin Feige probably pushed a little bit more harder after Endgame, like we wouldn't mind y'all just dropping a movie or a show once a year to give us top quality shows. I love Moon Knight. Moon Knight is one of the coolest comic book characters that I've read and seen. But honestly, the way how that show was made, the film, I could have waited. That show, I was hyped for it, but when y'all dropped it, honestly, y'all could have just waited on that. Y'all could have just waited on the Moon Knight. If y'all would have just did Blade first, at least get Blade out the way and introduce Moon Knight into the show, the quality would have been a lot more better. Because now you're slowly introducing the Midnight Suns. Okay, you already snuck in Blade in the Eternals in the after credit scene. All right, y'all could have just followed that with the Blade movie or show, whatever y'all was going to do, and throw in Moon Knight, and then work your way on to having Moon Knight his own show. Okay, because now y'all just throwing in some characters that really led towards anything. Is leading towards anything right now. Like She-Hulk, we don't know what's going on with She-Hulk. She-Hulk was really unnecessary as well too. Um, what else, man? Like Captain America and Winter Soldier, that was pretty dope. That was needed. That way it could lead towards like who's gonna be the next Captain America, the next mantle and stuff. And I feel like Brave New World could have been a lot more better. It was good, but it could have been a lot more better. Like that's like another like quantity. Like let's just drop Marvel film and show like every year, just to gain revenue, gain some money. But like give us some good ass quality where we know what's coming up. Like y'all fell off from that whole formula leading up to Infinity War and Endgame, where y'all were just dropping movies, you know, every year leading up to the next big bad. And that formula just got completely thrown off. It just feels it just feels sick to us to see like these dope black actors to get the due justice that we've been waiting to see for so fucking long. And now it's just being completely thrown to the side and thrown away. Cause now we ain't got no Blade, we ain't got no Wonder Man. I don't know what they're gonna do with Ironheart. Kang is gone. Armor Wars was canceled, led by Rhodey, War Machine. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do with him. And then Brave New World just I mean, Anthony Mackie was already like feeling some type of way. He was already pissed off when you think about it, because he said it himself when the introduction of Robert Downey Jr. was coming back as Doctor Doom, it completely neglected the hype of Brave New World. And I can feel that. I can understand that too. And Robert Downey Jr., when I think about it though, when I think about it, he wrong for coming back. The more I think about it. I know he said if I'm gonna come back, I gotta come back to make sense, but let's just be real. He came back for the money. They made him an offer that he can't refuse. But like I said, I get it. It's a business. It's a game. Like, please, just don't fuck us over. That's all I can say. Um, that concludes this show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching this show. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn on your notification. If you're fucking with the content, make sure you share amongst the people, your homeboys, your homegirls, friends and family, whoever you fuck with. Please share it and support this channel. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to those that watched the previous videos and stuff. The number's still going up. Y'all liking it. Got a couple of comments in there. That's pretty dope. I appreciate that. And stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching. Peace.